Namaskar. I'm Suruchi Das and you're watching Ritam News. Is the West guilty of taking what rightfully belongs to India? In a world driven by innovation and patents, it's shocking to see how ancient Indian knowledge, deeply rooted in tradition, is being rebranded by Western countries for profit. The race for intellectual property has led to numerous incidents where traditional Indian products and ideas are claimed by foreign companies. But how much longer will India let its ancient heritage slip away? In recent years, India has been grappling with a growing trend where its ancient knowledge is taken, repackaged, and patented by Western countries. Whether it's traditional medicines, plants, or cultural practices, the commercialization of what has been part of Indian heritage for centuries is a story of exploitation. The patent battle over neem, turmeric, and basmati rice are only a few chapters in this ongoing saga. The neem case is perhaps one of the most well-known examples. In the 1990s, a multinational company secured a European patent for neem's fungicidal properties, a fact already known and used in India for generations. After years of legal battles, India successfully revoked the patent, but the struggle highlighted a larger issue. The case of turmeric followed a similar path. In a claim filed in the US, turmeric's healing properties were patented, forcing India to step up and defend its traditional wisdom once again, reclaiming its right over what had always been a part of its culture. Then there's the case of basmati rice, a staple of Indian cuisine. A US company attempted to patent the rice for its unique aroma and appearance, sparking a global debate over intellectual property rights and cultural heritage. While the attempt to monopolize basmati failed, the attempt exposed a worrying trend. The issue extends beyond agriculture and traditional remedies. Yoga, an age-old Indian practice, has also been targeted by foreign interests. Several companies in the US have filed patents and trademarks on yoga-related products and practices. This exploitation of a centuries-old tradition ignited debates about how Western countries have taken cultural practices, reshaped them, and sold them back to the world as their own. Fortunately, today no one holds exclusive rights over yoga. Even in the world of academic philosophy, ancient Indian ideas have been appropriated and repurposed. Scholars such as Charles Hartshorne, credited with advancing the concept of panentheism, drew heavily on ancient Indian teachings, particularly from Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition, without fully acknowledging the source. Beyond patents and trademarks, India's intellectual contributions have been obscured under the guise of Western discoveries. ISRO's chairman S. Somnath reminds us that the mathematical and scientific concepts like zero and infinity, along with algebra, were expressed in Sanskrit long before Western scholars adopted them. Similarly, advancements in fields like aviation, architecture, and medicine, deeply embedded in Indian texts, are often credited to more modern Western thought. Experts like Dr. Piyush Srivastava emphasize the scientific nature of the Sanskrit language, showing that ancient Indian knowledge covered everything from astronomy to medicine. Despite this, Western nations have consistently attempted to claim these discoveries as their own. India's long history of intellectual achievement continues to be targeted by Western profiteers. Whether it's through patents, academia, or cultural commercialization, it's clear that India must remain vigilant in safeguarding its heritage. India's long history of intellectual achievement continues to be targeted by Western profiteers. Whether it's through patents, academia, or cultural commercialization, it's clear that India must remain vigilant in safeguarding its heritage. The fight for intellectual justice is far from over. Jai Hind.